households are going to have to fork out an extra £19 billion on their energy bills. The government is insulting people's intelligence by pretending it's giving them a discount. But it's not. It's a con. A buy now, pay later scheme, a dodgy loan, not a proper plan. Mr. Speaker, he shakes his head. So let me put this in language you might understand. When his donors give him cash to fund his lifestyle and tell him he has to pay it all back later, are they giving him a loan or a discount?
Mr. Speaker, our plan to tackle the cost of living is faster, more efficient and more generous than anything that they have set up, Mr. Speaker. We've lifted the living wage by record amounts. We've cut the effective tax for people on universal credit, Mr. Speaker, and we're now setting out a fantastic plan to help people with the cost of energy, Mr. Speaker. And it is more generous and more effective than anything Labour have set out. And the only reason we can do it's £9.1 billion, Mr. Speaker. It's huge sums that we're using to help people across the country. And the only reason we can afford it, Mr. Speaker, is because we have a strong economy, the fastest growing in the G7, as I think I may have pointed out to the right honourable gentleman last week, and not just last year, but this year as well.
Mr. Speaker, the Prime Minister clearly hasn't got the first clue what the Chancellor's signed him up to. So let me help him out. His plan is to hand billions of pounds of taxpayers' cash to energy companies and then force families to pay it off in instalments for years to come. If it sounds like he's forcing people to take out a loan, and it looks like he's forcing people to take out a loan, isn't it just forcing people to take out a loan?
We are giving people in Band D council tax, A to D council tax valuations across the country. That is 27 million homes. We're giving them the equivalent of a £150 rebate off their council tax. Their offer is for £89, Mr. Speaker. Ours is faster, more generous, and more effective. And what they would do. And you know, this is a global problem, Mr. Speaker, caused by the spike in gas prices. But what they would do is clobber the oil and gas companies right now with a tax that would deter investment in gas just when this country needs gas, Mr. Speaker, as we transition to green fuel. It would be totally ridiculous, and it would raise prices for consumers.
Mr. Speaker, I was always worried that the Prime Minister wasn't one for reading terms and conditions, didn't understand what the Chancellor signed him up to, and he's just confirmed my worst fears.